mediation was conducted but failed, Lordship, yesterday.
Mediation was
Conducted but failed yesterday.
so argue on merits.
Lordship, allegation is that agreement for sale was executed between the parties, and the petitioner
Let
has
us see,
taken
is it a complaint or FIR?
on the basis of complaint, Lordship.
Let us see the complaint.
Running page 13, Lordship.
Yes.
Allegation was checked.
Please read the FIR complaint.
That the accused Mohammed Niaz Alam is the director of Green Homes Developers Private Limited, and he was going to construct a multi-story building in the name and style of Hamida Residency at Mohalla Ali Nagar, Fulwari Sharif, Gardani Bagh, Patna, bearing plot number 148. The valuation Thana code number within the jurisdiction of Patna Municipal Corporation, which Nagar Parishad Fulwari Sharif and the complainant were intended to purchase one-room flat for residential purpose, and thereafter the accused Niaz Alam came in contact with the complainant, and the total consideration amount was fixed for 17,21,250 including the car parking, Lordship. And on such the complainant became ready to purchase the total super build-up area 675 square feet for 1 BHK flat of the amount of rupees 17,21,250 including the car parking, and thereafter the agreement was made between the complainant and the accused Niaz Alam, the director of Green Homes. Photocopy agreement was executed in 19/9/2013, Lordship. Second para, that according to the schedule 4 of the agreement dated 19/9/2013, the amount of rupees 7 lakh was to be paid at the time of agreement paper, and after completion of the other slab, the installment amount were to be paid, and so the complainant has deposited an amount of 7 lakh in Green Homes Developers Private Limited. Lordship, this petition. This is the complainant, Lordship.
I don't find anything. Read the other part of the complaint. We are not understanding.
Lordship. A photocopy of the receiving of rupees 7 lakh is attached. Third para, that one Raja Alam Danis, the brother of the petitioner, was also intended to purchase a flat in the Famida residency, and so another agreement was made between the Raja Alam Danish with the accused on same day, 19/9/2013, for purchasing of the flat number 401. Consisting 3 BHK flat super build-up area 1350 square feet, and total consideration amount of rupees 33,75,000 and 1.5 lakh for one reserve covered car parking, and total amount of 35,25,000 was fixed for flat number 401 and car parking in Famida Residency. Photocopy of the agreement paper dated 19/9/2013 made between the accused Niaz Alam and director of Green Homes Developers Private Limited and one Mr. Raja Alam Danis is attached with the petition and marked as Annex 3. That as per schedule of the agreement dated 19/9/2013, the booking amount was to be paid of rupees 20 lakh, and after completion of brick works, the other installment amount was to be paid, and so the amount of rupees 20 lakh was paid by one Raja
That's
Alam
right, you have
Danis.
followed, so you need to return the amount.
Lordship, entire amount has been returned either through RTGS or in cash.
Show us any proof of the return of that amount.
Running page 73, Lordship. I have given 5 lakh through RTGS, 10 lakh through RTGS,
73, page 73.
74 and 75, Lordship.
What amount have you paid?
Through RTGS we have paid 16 lakh 50,000, Lordship.
16?
16 lakh 50,000 and rest amount I am paid in cash. That is evident from the running page 80-81, Lordship.
Let us see what is 80-81.
80-81, that original agreement is having with this petitioner, and in the margin they have written that entire amount has been received in lieu of the check given by the petitioner, Lordship.
Where is that? I don't find it. Which part?
Running page 80-81, Lordship. In the
81,
margin they have written, Lordship.
81 is here before me. 80.
In the margin, Lordship.
What have they stated?
कुल रुपया वसूल पाया 19/9/2013 को.
Yes, do you dispute this, Mr.?
Yes.
Why?
Now he has misguided the complainant, and now he is also misguided the court. I have given my reply in counter affidavit. I have already clarified that earlier one agreement was made with the accused for Aisa residency.
For?
Aisa residency, and that is
No, we are,
annexure A.
we are at the moment concerned with the factum of return of that money.
No, my lord. Aisa residency, earlier the agreement was made for Aisa residency, that is annexure A of my counter affidavit.
Yes.
And that agreement was made in the year 2013. And that Aisa residency flat was not given, and thereafter the amount was returned in the year 2013.
So this is
And
not with
after that,
this is
after-
not with respect to this.
No, it is not related with this. I have clearly stated in my counter affidavit. You kindly, your lordship will see.
Where is your counter affidavit?
In a
When did you file your counter affidavit?
counter affidavit was already filed, my lord, on 9/7/2020.
No, it's not here. It is not here. Give me a copy of it, if you have.
Here is. In para,
Just give it to me. We'll find out.
I have clearly clarified entire facts in para 3. और ये 2016 में.
Just a minute. We are looking at your document. Hold back. No. After you were not given the flat in Aisha residency, you entered into an agreement with him again.
Again. And thereafter it
And
was.
what happened to this money?
The check was given in the year 2016.
That's all right. So you
Even-
did not. Just a minute. You did not receive your flat. You did not get your flat in Aisha,
Aisha.
and you were not even returned your money. So what happened? You executed another agreement with
Another
him.
No, Lordship.
Just a minute.
Lordship.
You executed another agreement
Another
with him.
agreement.
What is the basis? Once you have been defrauded, once you
There
have
was
been
a good relation, my lord, and thereafter when Aisa
now
residency was not made.
where is the statement that this amount which was you must have agreed, you must have made some agreement with him that the price that you have paid for a flat in Aisha residency would be used for purchase in Famida residency. There must have been something of that kind.
No, my lord. Earlier, my lord, the agreement was made in the year 2013 for purchasing.
We have
of
followed
the
that. I
Aisa.
am asking you a different question. Can you step aside from that position?
I have.
Now, what
clarified.
did you do with that? I mean, we are doubting your story for the reason that once you were defrauded of 13 or 14 lakhs, you again enter into an agreement with him for purchase of another flat, and you make payments to him by check.
My lord.
Then,
That
what
was
happened to
happened.
this amount?
I have stated in
So
para
these two,
3.
you have not stated anything. We don't understand anything of what you have said
I
in
have
para 4.
clarified, stated in para 3 of my petition.
Tell us, Mr. Counsel,
And,
this
and the
his
checks
defe-
were given
Sorry,
in the year
yes.
2016.
what is this?
Lordship, no other an agreement has been executed with this petitioner, Lordship.
No. The amount which you have returned,
Lordship.
16 lakhs 50,000 by way of RTGS
Lordship.
and 10 lakhs by way of cash.
Lordship.
It is against which amount which you have received?
Only
Is it-
27 lakh, Lordship.
Oh, is it what happened to the earlier agreement with the complainant?
Lordship, no any other agreement was executed with this petitioner, Lordship.
No other agreement has been executed.
No, Lordship.
How
And
do
that
you-
was, no any document has
Just
been
a minute. Annexure,
produced
how-
before the mediation center also.
No,
Lordship.
forget about mediation center, that's why it could not be resolved. Now, construction agreement annexure A.
That was earlier agreement.
No, no, and
Famida,
some share alam-
that
just
was
a-
for ऐसा रेजिडेंसी एंड उसका अमाउंट रिटर्न हो गया. उसके बाद जो है ये फामिदा रेजिडेंसी का एग्रीमेंट है जो
Just
कंप्लेंट
a
का
minute,
annex
we'll find out. Hold on for a minute.
In brief, my lord, I have already stated in counter affidavit. The entire case has been stated, categorically denied. In the year 2016, the check was given, and the matter was settled in the year 2013, according to the payment which was made prior to issuing of the check. बोलते हैं कि आरटीजीएस डीएस सब चेक के पहले का पेमेंट था जो
After receiving the entire payment, they have presented the check.
Let us see, what is the date of payment? We'll find out just now. What is the date of payment, Mr. Counsel for the petitioner?
4th March 2016, Lordship, 26/11/2015, 7/11/2015. This is through
And
RTGS, Lordship.
the present agreement
Yeah,
is of
Lordship.
which date?
I'm giving
Present agreement is of which
better,
date?
a better copy of that.
This is of 19/9/2013.
Original agreement is with the petitioner, Lordship. They have returned the original agreement after receiving the entire payment, Lordship. They have given the check number also, Lordship.
There is no reference of earlier agreement.
Not at all, Lordship.
There is no reference of earlier agreement,
Not
which
at
is
all.
not even required. So therefore, the payments that you have made, how do we take it that it is with respect to the money deposited under this agreement?
Lordship.
How do you say that the money which you have returned, see, if this wrong statement is being made by the complainant, we will have him prosecuted. You must have your statements correct. Now, when you make the payment of 16,50,000, it is
Lordship.
against which agreement? The earlier one or this one?
Now, this
How do we
agreement,
know?
Lordship.
How do we know?
Running page 73, Lordship, kindly see running page 73, payment made to R.A. Danish.
That's all right. R.A. Danish was a party there also. In 2013 agreement also, R.A. Danish was a party. Therefore, if you show me even one statement that, don't be under any pressure. If you show me any proof of the fact that this amount,
Lordship.
which you have returned to these persons,
Lordship.
this is pursuant to your failure to complete the building or hand over the building in Famida apartment.
Lordship.
If you can show that, then we will have a case instituted against them for making a wrong statement before this court by way of affidavit. We'll straight away ask the court master to file a complaint against his client.
Lordship, I am seeking permission for time, Lordship.
Find out
But,
and tell, tell us.
Lordship,
I am recording all this fact. Because
Lordship.
this defense, if it is found to be incorrect,
Lordship.
then I grant you permanent anticipatory bail, have him prosecuted.
Lordship.
FIR registered against
And
him.
kindly
Lordship,
see me, Lord.
I
It
need
is-
one
it is
copy
only,
of
just
counter
a minute,
affidavit, Lordship.
it is only, I just need to be satisfied that the amount, whichever amount,
Lordship.
now 16,50,000 only, that has been paid to you because of his failure to have handed you over an apartment in Famida apartment, in Famida building. That's right?
Right,
Now,
right.
if it is not that, then perhaps you may have a case. Otherwise, we'll take it very seriously.
Now,
Lordship.
now it is a very simple matter, my lord, that when the payment was already made in the year 2015, then how the checks were given to the complainant in the year 2016?
No, no,
Even-
payment was
even-
not made, agreement was
even
executed in
below.
If you
2013.
raise this argument, then you have made it very, very simple. We are granting him bail and we are asking for a FIR to be instituted against him.
Lordship.
Let it be investigated. Now, this agreement also is of the year 2013.
My lord.
Then,
And
what
thereafter,
kind of, what
now,
my lord?
Now my learned
Anyway,
friend
if you
has
don't
stated
understand,
that
we are not
payment
under
was
normally-
made in the
Just
year
a minute.
2015.
Try and hear the court first.
2016, not in.
If you can't understand, we can't make you understand here. Look here.
Lordship, kindly direct to serve a copy of the counter affidavit, Lordship.
Which affidavit?
They- They have submitted the counter.
Give him a
affidavit.
copy of the affidavit.
My lord, I have filed.
Look here. The petitioner seeks bail in anticipation of his arrest in connection with complaint case number 1092C of 2017, in which cognizance has been taken against him under section 406 of the Indian Penal Code and 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act. The sum and substance of the accusation in the complaint petition is that despite the petitioner having received money from the complainant opposite party number 2, the flat in question was not handed over to him. In fact, it has been alleged that without obtaining the prior permission and approval of the landowner, such an agreement was executed with the prospective investors / buyers, and therefore the petitioner was guilty of cheating since the beginning. However, it has been stated that when confronted with all this, the petitioner issued checks which could not be honored, issued checks for repayment of the amount which could not be honored. Land Counsel for the petitioner has drawn the attention of this court to the fact that the amount of the investors, including that to the complainant opposite party number 2, was returned by way of RTGS transfer to the amount of rupees 16,50,000, and approximately 10 lakhs was paid in cash, for which there is an endorsement of the opposite party number 2 in an agreement for the same. The agreement has been made part of the record. Land Counsel for the opposite party number 2, however, has disputed this position. He has come up with a different story, that prior to executing any agreement, prior to executing the agreement in the subject complaint, the OP number 2 had entered into an agreement with the petitioner earlier for purchase of 1 BHK flat in Aisha apartment. Another investor in the aforesaid project was one Danish Raja. He too was not given the flat in question. The OP number 2 submits, the Land Counsel for the OP number 2 submits that the money which was paid against the earlier agreement has been returned by the mode which has been shown by the petitioner in the present case. The money which was received by the petitioner in the present agreement for purchase of a flat in Fahmida apartment has never been returned. Land Counsel for the petitioner, however, disputes this position and submits that if the outstanding amount against him, he disputes this position and submits that if the amount, if the OP number 2 was not handed over the flat by virtue of against the earlier agreement, there was no reason for him to have executed another agreement. He further submits that there is nothing on record to indicate that such payments made by him to OP number 2 was against an outstanding dues in the earlier agreement for purchase of a flat in Aisha apartment. First up, Land Counsel for the petitioner is directed to bring on record any evidence in proof of the assertion that the amount of 16,50,000 which has been paid to OP number 2 and his associate by way of RTGS is in connection with the present agreement for purchase of a flat in Fahmida apartment which could not be executed, which could not be done because of dispute between the landowner and the petitioner. Stop. It is made it is made clear that if it is made clear that if the statement made in the counter affidavit is not found to be correct, this court would presume it to be a deliberate wrong statement before this court for deflecting the course of justice. Stop. Let it be noted that the matter was earlier referred to the Mediation Center of Patna High Court, but with all the efforts of the mediator, the controversy could not be resolved. Stop. Hence, this case has been heard on merits. Stop. The copy of the counter affidavit filed on behalf of OP number 2, a copy of the counter affidavit filed on behalf of OP number 2 be served upon the counsel for the petitioner during the course of the day. List this matter on. We are fixing it in the first week of January.
Lordship.
Re-notify this matter on, give a date, second week of January.
12th of January.
And the
12th of January. Interim order, if any, in the meanwhile shall continue.
And the counter affidavit which was filed by the complainant,
दे दीजिए, निकाल
it was not on record. So the counter affidavit should be a call from the office.
लिखिए, the counter affidavit is not on record. First up, the court has gone through the counter affidavit after taking a copy from the counsel across the board. Let the counter affidavit filed in the registry be placed along with the record.